Welcome to dNAxt. We are discussing class B subnetting, and in class B subnetting, in today's video we are going to discuss slash 20. So slash 20 means there are 20 bits that are assigned to the network and remaining 12 bits are assigned to your host. Out of total 32 bits, 20 bits are of the network and 12 bits are of the host. So these are the bits that are marked as 0 are the host bits. Out of 20 network bits, 16 bits are the of major network. As we are discussing class B, slash 16 is the default CIDR value. So 16 bits are of the major network and 4 bits are the subnet bits. So we have 4 subnet bits and 12 host bits. Now let's convert this IP address, this binary address into its subnet mask. That becomes 255. As in first octet, all bits are on. The decimal value will be 255. Same with the second octet, all the bits are on network bits, that is 255. In the third octet, only 4 bits are on, so the value is 128 plus 64 plus 32 plus 8. That comes out as 240. So in third octet the value will be 240, and since in last octet all the bits are 0, we get the decimal value as 0. So 255.255.240.0 is the subnet mask of slash 20. Okay, now let's write down how many subnetwork we will get. The formula for that is 2 to the power x, where x is the number of network bits. So number of network bits are 4 over here. So 2 to the power 4, that is 16. 2 into 2 into 2 into 2, that is 16 subnetworks we will get over here. How many hosts per subnetwork? That is 2 to the power y. What is y? Y is the number of host bits. How many host bits are here? 12. So 2 to the power 12, and we always subtract number 2 from it, because in each subnet one will be network ID, another will be broadcast ID. So these two IP addresses you cannot assign to your host. Hence always we subtract number 2. So what is 2 to the power 12? That is 4096. Okay, minus 2, that is 4094 actual IP addresses you will get in each subnetwork. Okay. What are the valid subnets? To get the increment, it is 256 minus 240, because सबनेट बिट वैल्यू कहाँ पे है? सबनेट बिट आपके थर्ड ऑक्टेट में, उसकी वैल्यू क्या है? 240. सो इंक्रीमेंट यू विल गेट इज ऑफ 16. So 16 sub networks you are going to get, and increment with the increment of 16. Now let's write down all the subnetworks one by one. There are 16 subnetworks. Okay, so let's write them. We will start with 172.16.0.0, increment of 16 in the third octet. So 16.0, then 32.0, 48.0, then 64.0, 80.0, 96, increment of 16, and last octet is purely host octet, so it will be 0 while writing all the network IDs. Then 112, 96 plus 16, 112, 112 plus 16, that is 128.0, then 172.16.144.0, 128 plus 16, 172.16.160.0, 172.16.176.0, then 192.0, 208.0, 224.0, and 240.0. Now always remember, when you write subnet mask for /20, we have just written on the previous slide, it's 255.240.0, right? So 240.0 will always be your last subnetwork. Okay, so इसके बाद आपने 16 ऐड किया तो दैट बिकम्स 256 which is not valid. तो इतने हमको सब नेटवर्क मिले, कितने? 16 सब नेटवर्क बाय 16 increment of 16. Now let's write down all their broadcast IDs. तो हमको पता है कि for writing broadcast IDs we always write 255 in the last octet if it's purely host, right? एंड इंक्रीमेंट जिस ऑक्टेट में किया है उस ऑक्टेट में नेक्स्ट जो आपका नेटवर्क आईडी है उसका प्रीवियस आईडी, वी राइट द ब्रॉडकास्ट आईडी फॉर द प्रीवियस वन. सो 172.16. ये मेजर नेटवर्क के ऑक्टेट से इनको हाथ नहीं लगाना है. थर्ड ऑक्टेट में हम लोगों ने गैप छोड़ दी और लास्ट ऑक्टेट में आपका आएगा 255 बिकॉज दिस इज प्योरली होस्ट ऑक्टेट. सो ऑल होस्ट बिट्स आर केप्ट 1 इन द ब्रॉडकास्ट आईडी. और यहाँ पे क्या लिखेंगे इसके ब्रॉडकास्ट आईडी, नेक्स्ट वाले का जो आपका नेटवर्क आईडी है उसका प्रीवियस. सो 16 का 15 यहाँ पे आएगा 172.16.31.255. ओके, यहाँ पे क्योंकि ये 31 है, यहाँ पे आएगा 47.25 है, यहाँ पे इसका 47.25 है. 172.16.47.255 will be the broadcast ID of the third subnetwork. क्योंकि फोर्थ 48 से स्टार्ट हो रहा है इसलिए हम लोगों ने उसका प्रीवियस 47.255 लिखा. ओके, नाउ लेट्स राइट डाउन broadcast ID of this. So 172.16. next क्या है? 96. तो previous will be 95.255. If you write down this 172.16. मेजर नेटवर्क हाथ ही नहीं लगाना है, वैसे के वैसे लिखना है. यहाँ पे जहाँ पे इंक्रीमेंट है उसको छोड़ के पहले लास्ट में जहाँ पे 0 है वहां पे 255 लिखना है. एंड देन 144 का प्रीवियस इज 143. So 143.255. If you write down about last, so 172.16.255.255. क्योंकि इसमें 16 ऐड किया तो 256 आएगा, उसका प्रीवियस इज 255. So 255.255 will be the broadcast ID of the last 16th subnetwork. Broadcast ID will be 172.16.255.255. Okay, so this is all about class B/20. In the next video we'll be discussing /21. So stay tuned with dNAxt. Thank you.